Subscribe to Niger's Craziest. Press the bell icon and never miss another video update.
Niger's Craziest is not a review of any political parties, individuals, or religious group. This show is just for comedy purposes only. It might contain scenes with strong languages, strong satirical humor, links to a relative you might know, and references some may find offensive. If that kind of thing will offend you, because close your browser now and get out of here. Get out of here, man! Shit, I'm saying! Because that's what we do! Comedians are absolutely insane. That means illegal.
Hello guys, welcome to this
Every squad.
Joshua. This is a tale as old as time.
A tale. Is it a tale of boys or a tale of which Amina?
What do you mean by Amina?
Say tale. Na Amina.
I mean story as old as time.
Something that
is recurrent. What do you mean by tale?
You say tale. It's just like tale by moonlight. That time I wish to
a story that is, because we know these men, we know them, all these youth churches.
Your church. This story of this woman is has become a norms.
It is normal.
No, so
you know these youth churches, all these yuppie churches, when they go there, when they gather.
Cute girls, cute boys, food I remember where I used to go perform in MFM church. I stand up comedian.
If you go to Christ Embassy,
may PC something. Hey God.
If you go to the embassy, my brother, you will understand what it means to see things, or KICC, or House on the Rock.
Hey,
you will see things on the rock.
Standing strong on the rock.
So this he-goat, Pastor Franklin Rich, said he wanted to taste what an 18-year-old Mashangwa tastes like.
Mayor.
What an 18-year-old Mashangwa
that means
tastes like.
There are different tastes.
Maybe when you reach 18, you have your Mashangwa have different tastes. 23. Your Mashangwa has different taste. 25 different taste.
And again, you're a single mother one.
That's a different taste. Mashangwa taste. So he has catalogued all the taste of different Mashangwa.
So he knows very well, but the one of 18.
He want to find out a married man that has a daughter that should be 18. Why don't you can see the he-goat. Anyways, hello guys, welcome to this episode. This is the testimony of a young lady who was sexually assaulted by Prophet Franklin Rich. Hear her story. When you come back, we talk.
Hello, good afternoon, my brother.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you too. So I was just actually trying to change your voice notes, but even then I was not able to express myself so well because I'm not a very good narrator. So sometimes I beat around the bush here and there. So maybe it's better that we can just have a conversation like this instead of me recording a voice note.
Oh, perfect. So talk to me. First of all, I want to know the name of the charlatan that molested you.
The name of the charlatan is Franklin Rich. He called himself Prophet Franklin Rich at the time, but now I think he addresses himself as I don't know whether it's Reverend or Apostle. So even as we are chatting, I think I can just go to his Facebook, and then I send you screenshots.
So where is he based right now?
He's within Lusaka.
In Lusaka, Zambia. That's Zambia, right?
Yes, that's Zambia.
And he's married. Zambia. Is he married right now?
Yes, he's married even before. Even at the time he was married.
Oh, okay.
To actually a very wonderful lady, I must say.
How old were you when this happened to you?
18, I think turning 19. Yeah, 18.
Okay, so go ahead, please. Explain to me what really happened, how you ended up in this mess, so that we can help so many other people that are willing to come up front and talk about their experiences. Because when I tell people that these charlatans are molesters, these charlatans are rapists, these charlatans are sexual predators, they don't believe me. But at least if they can hear from victims like yourself, it can help them understand the nature of devils that they are dealing with.
Yes,
So please,
and I'll tell you, this is the first time actually that I'm even having these guts of coming out in the open. You know, it's not easy to come out like this, and like for people like me, things will happen to you, but then you're afraid of even coming out to the public domain because you don't know what people will say. You're afraid of being judged. I don't know. It's a whole lot of crazy, and it's just scary to come out there in the open. So for the past, I think almost a week now, I have been checking out your videos, and I've been able to relate like on so many levels, and it just made me feel like, you know what, maybe this is my opportunity to even just open up. So I'll go ahead and just give you a brief background of my history. What we discovered was the motive of many people that are going to these churches, honestly, is to seek Christ in all honesty. So people are so hungry for the word of God that when they are looking for a church, all they want is to experience the true power of God, to find a living church where things are happening, where the power of God is like really, really, really flowing, So when we went there, that was just our focus. And we found, this was a church that was full of youths. There were like a lot of youth in that church. So to us, it's like, wow, this is a beautiful environment. It's allowing you to grow, non-judgmental. I would go to the church with, all my dyed hair. And then, now it so happened that there was a very bad incident that happened to me and my sister where we were staying. So my sister could no longer be in Lusaka. She was going through a lot of things at the time, so she decided to leave. And then I couldn't leave because by then I had started school. I was just getting into college at the time, so I couldn't leave Lusaka as well because it was my sister keeping me. So instead she said, you know what, let me just go away for a while, let me go back to our parents' house and just heal through this moment. Then when I come back, we'll pick it up from there. So when she told in fact, she didn't even propose it to the pastor. She was just like saying bye. So he asked, so what is going to happen to your young sister? She says, hey, I really don't know what's going to happen for now, but I'm thinking maybe I can leave her at my friend's place for a few months, and then once I stabilize, I'll come back and pick her up, or maybe organize for her to be in boarding, because by then she was even facing some financial challenges. And that's where he said, no, you don't have to worry about anything. It's just that of course I can't pick her up to come and live with me, but what I can do is you don't have to worry about her, like in terms of finances or whatsoever. I'm gonna take care of all that. She can stay even at your cousin's place or at your friend's place for now, as we are still organizing where she can be. Maybe in the near future we can even take her into boarding school, but for now, don't worry, just leave her in my hands and she'll be safe. My sister was so happy.
So that was the prophet that was proposing this to your sister, that she must leave you in his hands. He will take care of you.
Yes.
And maintain your well-being.
Yes, and she didn't have to worry about anything since her finances are not okay. So he would take care of me, make sure I didn't worry about even transport money going to school. I didn't worry about groceries. I didn't worry about anything. Like, he would take care of me. Next, it started as text messages when I got home. Hi, baby girl. I said, oh, in fact, wait. Before he even texted me, I think my number from my sister, he first started by texting me, hi, baby girl. I said, who is this? He said, can I call you? I said, sure. And then he called me. Hi, baby. So I said, hi. You know who you're talking to? I said, no, I don't know. I'm like, no. And then now it's like, oh, Okay. Then now he told me all this is Franklin.
With the flirtatious voice.
Yes, my brother, Franklin Rage. I said, oh my God, Daddy, is this you? Yeah, it's me. Now he changed that. I said, oh my God, Dad, it's you. Oh yes, it's me. Then he laughed. I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry. You sounded very different, so I couldn't recognize you. No, don't worry, it's okay. So yeah, where are you right now? I told him I'm home. Then he asked me what time I was having class. I told him all that. Then in the next day, that's when he came and saw me, gave me the money, and he was just looking at me in that way. And actually, I was with my male classmate. Then I even called my sister. Oh no, the pastor has done this. What? Wow, that's so nice. Oh, Prophet Rich. Oh, that's so kind of him. Forgot about it. And now that's how it started. I don't even know where to start from, but I don't even know how it happened because I don't think I'm a stupid girl, huh? But I really don't know how I was manipulated into doing that. I really don't know how it happened. However, so he started texting me and narrating to me how, when cameras are going around the church.
Okay, wait. Your first encounter with him, how did it happen?
Yes.
I want to understand about the first encounter.
Okay, so the first encounter.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like you just breaks my heart. The first sexual encounter. So he called me. And that day, actually, when I was coming from school, before that, like just what I wanted to explain to you briefly. When there are those cameras going around church.
Mm-hmm.
So first, he started by telling me, like all the time, he would tell me, "Oh, I saw how you were dressed. You wore this and this and this." And at that time, his ministry was like really, really flowing. So there were a lot of people that would attend even midweek services, and then he would explain to me exactly how I was dressed, and then he would tell me how I was looking sexy and how I was looking hot. And then I started getting confused. Every time I would even go to church, I'm like, is this the same guy that was texting me this? Sometimes he would be in his office texting me dirty text messages, and then the next thing he's on the pulpit. So I look at him, I'm like, no, maybe someone is just playing games. Could this really, really, really be him that's texting me all this nonsense? Until now, such a time when now finally we met, and then he had to tell me all those things because I'm also trying to prove. I'm like, no, maybe someone is just trying to play with my mind. Could it be him that is texting me all these dirty messages? I just couldn't believe. Anyway, I knew to say yes, it is him, but I was just still living in denial. He said, no, this is too dirty for him to do. Until such a time now, finally, he took me to a far away place. It was like a lodge, an unfinished lodge. Actually, it was under construction at the time. He taught me how much he really liked me and how much he was actually afraid that he was sinning, but then he's been trying to hold himself for quite some time. That ever since he saw me walk in the church, he really liked me. And then he also said, I want to know how an 18-year-old girl tastes.
What?
Those were his words. He said he wanted to know, understand how an 18-year-old girl tastes.
Test like
Sexually. Yeah, I remember those words very well.
And this was your spiritual father at that time?
Yes.
Who was married?
Yes.
And he took you to a hotel and says he wants to know how an 18-year-old girl tastes.
Yes.
You can go on.
And then he... Sorry, this is the part that hurts me the most. And yeah, then he did sleep with me, and he told me how nice I tasted. Like, oh, you taste so nice. Wow, this is how an 18-year-old girl tastes. Oh my god. So I hope, don't tell anybody about this. I know you are close to your sister, but don't tell your sister even about this. You can imagine what they're going to say or even think about you. So that was the first time, and it was not the last time. It happened again, and I was quiet. And I remember when I went to, or first the following Sunday, I felt to go to church. And then now he texted me and, was trying to call me, like, why are you not coming to church? I said, no, I was not feeling fine, so I couldn't. And then I think he was feeling guilty. So I remember at one point my sister even calling me, like asking me to say, I know the prophet was complaining to say you're not going to church, like you're not being serious with the things of God. What's wrong? And I couldn't open up to her to tell her exactly what was going on. So I just said, no, I'm just getting busy with school and all. But back to my story, there was even an instance where, now I'm trying to cut it short, where I don't know where his wife had gone. So it was just him at the house, and he was even keeping some boys. His ex, you can imagine. Hey, God. Hey. My God. No. No, he made me actually like, so I was going for an overnight prayer meeting. And then he sneaked me into his house. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm listening. He sneaked you into his house.
Into his house. His wife was not there. I don't know what was. I really don't know what was happening. I don't know whether she had left because of the same stories where hearing. I don't know what was going on at the time. He sneaked me inside his house, and the things that he did to me. Oh my God.
Please explain.
Okay, he misused me.
Explain.
He misused my innocence. He misused me. I'm telling you. That's why I'm very hurt. Actually, he slept with me always.
He violated you.
Very.
He abused you.
Very.
How? How did he do
Very.
it?
Sexually, the way he was turning me around. I'm tired. He couldn't stop it. No, you are very sweet. What? And I'm there at some point. I'm like, but I said this not realize. And to be honest, at that time, I don't know if I was doing it out of fear. We hold these people in high regard. You understand? So even when they tell you something, I knew too well that it was wrong. Okay, I'm not even trying to play a victim here, because I knew too well it was wrong. Okay, but I don't even understand how I feel for it, and maybe this is even the shame that I've suffered to even come out in the open, because I don't consider myself as being dumb enough to have allowed something like that to keep going on for such a period of time without even telling anybody about it. You understand? So it hurts me. It hurts me because I don't know how I allowed him to even do those things to me, and at least I could have told somebody. But he really slept with me badly. I was tired. I was
Oh, wait a minute. If you were not tired, could you have enjoyed it?
I was young. Come on.
Exactly my point. Listen, I don't want you to blame. I don't want you to blame yourself. Okay? I don't want you to blame yourself for whatever that happened. It's not your fault. That's what they do. They manipulate young girls. They use spells to lead you into places and to make you do things that you're not comfortable with.
I promise you, it's true. I couldn't. I don't think I'm that stupid. Even if my sister could hear this side of the story, she'd be very surprised, and that's why I'm even so ashamed, because I'm like, even if I explain to my sister all these things exactly how it happened, how is she going to look at me? Probably she'll be thinking I was this, jumpy kid, because already even somehow I've grown up a little being judged like that, like, hey, so these are especially my family, these are the people that I feel really know me well, and they can defend me. And I have actually been so afraid and even embarrassed to say, if I even told them to say this happened to me at such an age, they'll probably think I was such a mischievous young girl, how could I have I hate him. I'm telling you, I hate him. I hate him. I hate him so much. I don't want to. Sometimes I tell myself, just one of those childhood experiences. I hate him. Every time I have those flashbacks.
Did this man sleep with your sister?
I think so. I think he did, because I know he did. I know he did. It's just that my sister also doesn't have the guts to tell me.
So in your case,
but I know
you feel like he was raping you, or it was consensual sex?
I feel how I feel. Yes, Prophet X. Yes, I feel that there was rape. I feel there was molestation. There was defilement, because I can also call it defilement. Mm-hmm. Because on my side it hurts me that why did I not speak out? Why did I even go there? I know how I felt the first time. I know how humiliating it was for me. I know how bad I felt even when I went back home that day.
But that experience took everything away from you. Your dignity, your integrity, your faith in God, your spirituality.
Worse off. I was not even a girl. I would never even like I told you about my background. But I even there was even a level of wildness that came in me. I started clubbing, I started drinking, and I've never been that type of person. I was just that innocent kid. But after that experience, it did a lot of mental damage to me, and I mean a lot of mental and spiritual damage. A lot. You have no idea.
How do you feel about it now? This is something that happened some time ago. When you reflect on your flashbacks of it, what comes to your mind? Have you healed from this? Have you moved on from this experience? Or it's still haunting you and you have not yet found peace and restored your sanity?
I have not. For the first time, this is the first time ever that I'm explaining to someone exactly. I've always, said funny things about him, like, no, that guy, but not even when the ministry went down and he was trying to pick it up, I would always say, God is paying him back for all the things that he did. But for the first time, I hope after this call, I'm gonna find healing, because I even feel, like I feel a bit of ease. I've kept so much anger and so much hate for this man, like so much.
You know what you have just done? You have just offloaded, a truckload of burdens from yourself, and you will not be the same. Of course, we'll pray together. We'll always keep you in prayers. We'll always be there supporting you and praying for you. But once your story is also heard, what you've just done is not justice for yourself, but of course the law enforcement might not be having that harshness to deal with matters of this nature because they're always bribed. But the fact that you have raised, you have aired out, and for the first time you've spoken about this experience that you encountered with this man of God, with this false man of God, believe you me, you'll feel lighter. And what I want to encourage you is to keep on praying and move on from this. It's not something that you can forget, but I just want you to know that everything that happens in life, it happens for a reason. I wouldn't know the reason why such an experience would happen to you, but your story is probably going to move a lot of young girls out there. Your story is going to shield, is going to protect other young girls out there that might fall victim to these charlatans. Your story is going to be an eye-opener, not just to those young girls, but to the entire body of Christ.
Yeah.
You could have gone through that experience so that when the world hears your story, they will open their eyes. They will start detaching, they'll start discontinuing following these false prophets. They'll start knowing the true nature of these jackals that come in sheep's clothing, lying to people that they are of God, yet they are rapists, yet they are sexual predators, yet they are manipulators.
Okay, but that man, you even getting me, there was like, this where I was staying was like a bush, it was like a farm area. Then I remember that time, like he drew me in the bush, he was busy touching my breasts, like in the middle of nowhere, in a bush. A man of God, really? To an 18-year-old who does that. Okay, that's just disgusting. When I remember, my goodness. And when I see him even standing on the pulpit, claiming to proclaim, oh gosh. Prof X.
You can see this he-goat man. He will be deceiving people coming to church to preach. Meanwhile, he's sending erotic message to a young 18-year-old girl.
And he will climb the pulpit
to preach, telling her to meet him somewhere so he can appear.
A lot of people will come and tell us that all we're doing is we are trying to bring men of God. See, listen, Castan TV.
Which one is Castan TV?
So that they will hear my word clearly. We are saying these things, yes, because it might be blurry to you. But hear ye Castan TV. Open your ear. Don't open the one that are deaf. Don't open the one that are rusty. Open the one that you know that if you enter here, you go stay. Now I'm saying you go enter, you go come outside. Understand what we are doing. We are not criticizing. We are not against somebody. We are not against the person. But we are against what that person is doing. The art. The cast tribute. The cast tribute. Whatever. We are saying it so that other people will not fall victim. Because you don't know what the spiritual son of this fake or self-proclaimed crockets. This one, their upcoming prophets, they will be worse. Mayor, this upcoming prophet, they will be worse because
they want to get to the level of their papa.
They want to do more than that, and technology, everything is growing, things are changing. They will want to do more than their father. You can see, just check Obateje and Bushiri. You see the difference. They want to do more than. So we are saying all these things so that anybody will not fall victim. We are posting all these things so that when you hear and you understand and you are trading on that line, and you that hear that believe, not the one, because a lot of people don't believe all these stories. You understand? Now you believe and you are trading on that line. You now remember the story of somebody. You do what? You turn back. So you not fall victim. We are saying this.
Imagine now, maybe God forbid, maybe your wife now has been sexually assaulted.
Yes.
It's all the trauma is
now me go carry all the problem. I will not be dealing with it. I will not talk to a psychologist that we want to advise things you need to do, things you need to watch, things you need,
look at me that color now. Look at the stress.
Now the husband they carry out wahala now. That the husband. So we are saying this so that our wife, but because some of you now are married, you are giving birth, you have
Your daughter.
you have daughters, you are married, you
Even
have
the
girl
wife,
child,
even the
you
wife.
understand, so that the wife too will not for whatever. Even your upcoming daughter that is looking good, you don mature now, you can see everything. Now one useless self-acclaimed man will now be targeting the girl, somebody that say want to take
From 18 now,
18,
he will bring it down.
yes now,
From 18 it will come down to 14. From 14 now, 10-year-old. From 10-year-old, he will start doing babies.
because most people in abroad, when you see 12 years old, you don mature, you don get boyfriend, you don do everything, so that all of them will now fall victory. That's why we are doing all these video out there, to help our next generation that is coming. Because some will just come, you people don have work, you be criticizing this. We are doing this to help next generation. If you think that we are useless, we are not doing something direct, off your data, off your laptop, off your phone.
Why are you shouting? There's a disclaimer at the beginning of the video.
Don't watch the video.
Get out of here. There's a disclaimer. Don't come and be stressing.
Don't get somebody angry. Now, if this kind of girl now had the opportunity to see old video, maybe a lot of people have been doing it in like, let me say, like 50 years ago, and she had opportunity when she is coming up, maybe at the age of 15, she has seen the video like that. You think she will still fall? You think she will not be smart if she believe? She will not run away. When is somebody that is climbing the pulpit,
he's sending you,
preaching,
sending you,
telling you this and that, don't you think of something that something is fishy here? Don't you think you should run?
Run, no.
Now, we will now talk. Somebody will call us names. No problem. We are saying this.
Well, I want to commend this young lady for coming out to tell her story. Thank you.
A lot of people are dying.
Thank you for coming out to tell your story. At least your story will be a deterrent to other young ladies. We thank you. And if you are there, you are keeping your story, please come out, tell it. Don't die in silence. Come out, tell your story. Tell your story. We'll put it up. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Just show me and follow us on our social media. Don't forget, guys, question everything because normal it's boring.
Tell your story. No die in silence.